Alright everybody, here we are. We are playing the Funkoverse. We have the DC game set up here. This is everything that comes in the base game. We have Batman and Batgirl. We have the Joker and we have Harley Quinn. And they're set up to duke it out. I've got the board set up. This is a double-sided map, and I'll show you what the other side looks like at the end of the game. But right now we have the Gotham City kind of scenario set up, and I am also going to be playing a game of basically flags, or it's kind of like control basically. You're just going to go for 6 points, and it'll make sense as we're playing. So the scenario is called Flags, and it says the jewelry store has been ransacked and the bank vault has been busted wide open. It's mayhem as good and evil face off in Gotham City. Reach the heart of your enemy's stronghold to emerge victorious. Setup. See the setup, blah, blah, blah. Place flag markers is shown, and I've already got the flag markers out. Here is the one for the Joker and Harley, and here is the one for Batman and Batgirl over there. Here are the rules. When a round ends, check to see if any of your standing characters are on or adjacent to your opponent's flag marker. If so, you may choose to return one or more of those characters to your starting area. So what that means is let's say if the Joker at the beginning of the round is standing right here, you would basically just pick him up, bring him back over to your area, and if your character returns to your starting area using the above rule, you gain 2 points. If you knock out a rival, you gain 1. If you interact with a point marker, gain 1 point. That's these little things here. And if whoever gets the 6 points first wins the game. That's simple. I already flipped this little thing. There's a light side, there's a dark side. It already went to the dark side. Come to the dark side, which means that the Joker and Harley Quinn will activate first. So what we do is we are going to select one of the characters. They each have 3 different abilities. Then they also have innate abilities that are typically associated with their character. Now I did play with their little items, and in this case we gave Harley her little mallet. So whenever we get to the point where we're going to possibly attack, I will explain what the mallet will do. That is special for her, and if you notice, it does go into her little hand, and if I wanted to, I could pull it out and I could put it into the Joker's hand instead. See, they both have a little slot there where they can hold it, but I thought thematic, I want to have Harley do it because that's cool. Alright, so what I can do is each character can do up to 2 actions. You can do the same action multiple times. A basic action would be moving. So whenever you move, you can choose 2 squares to move in any direction. So if you wanted to, like the Joker, go 1, 2. You could go, and the trick is that basically if there's anything that could block your movement, you can't move through. So if he's right here, see how that's kind of like blocked right there, a tad bit right there on the corner? You can't move diagonal to this direction. But he could go 1, 2 like that if you wanted to. But that's a basic action. Moving 2 spaces is a basic action. Another thing would be a basic challenge. Well, we're not really next to an opponent right now, so I'll explain a basic challenge when we get there. Another thing you can do is called an assist, and whenever one of your characters does get knocked down, you can move over next to them, and then you can assist by pulling them and standing them back up so that they can be activated. Otherwise, if you're knocked down, all you're going to be doing is doing a rally action, which means like if you're starting your turn, the beginning of your turn or your action for that character, you got 2 actions, but all you're doing is just standing them up by using both actions. You have to rally them, stand them back up. The other thing you can do is interact, and the way you interact is if I'm basically adjacent to one of these jewel areas, I can just interact, which means I take it. That's worth a point. Okay, so knocking out an opponent, knocking down an opponent is not worth anything. But if an opponent is knocked down and you attack them a second time and you are successful again, then you can knock them out, which that'll get you a point as well. So 3 ways to get points. You are going to be standing next to one of your opponent's flag at the beginning of the round. You're going to collect one of these little interaction locations. There's 4 of them. Or you're going to totally knock out an opponent. That's it. So right off the bat, I think I will activate the Joker. Now, like I told you, each character does have special abilities, and we have little special tokens that go with each of the characters as well. Now, how do you know which ones go with which? If you look on their little card, it tells you what type of tokens. Now, I'm pretty confident that they can share these tokens. It's just a pool of tokens that are available to you. But you want to keep in mind that as you use them, your other teammate may not have any, that token available to them. So you want to be careful how you use them. And the way that it works is that they'll go onto this cooldown track. I'm going to demonstrate that right now with the Joker. So the Joker has an ability called Mystery Box. And right there it says, move to place a Mystery Box token in an empty square the Joker can see within 2 squares. Do a challenge forward to the first rival, entering a mystery box square, and remove it. So what he does is he sets up these little bomb presents, and it's really funny. I love these things, to be honest with you. I think it's like the cutest, most thematic thing about the Joker. So what I do is that I look on this little, that tells me what type of token it takes. So that means it's this little gear token. Now this tells me where it goes onto my cooldown track. So it goes onto the 2, and now what I can do is exactly what it says here on his little thing. So move to, place a mystery box token in an empty square, and the Joker can see within 2 squares. And then basically if anybody moves into there, they're going to get blown up. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Now the Joker can see this spot right here, and that's where I want to put one of my mystery boxes. So if Batman or Batgirl try to come in through here or here, they're going to have to deal with this little mystery box first and hopefully blow their brains out. So that was one action for the Joker. I would like to probably do that again. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I am going to set down another one of my mystery boxes, and I'm going to place it right here. So that way I'm just trying to block all these paths of entrance into this location here so that they can't, get to my flag. I want to blow them up if they try to get too close. All right, so that would be everything for the Joker. Now what I do is I could put a little exhaust token on him if I wanted to, but let's be honest, this ain't that complicated to know who you activated and who you hadn't. So now I'm going to go with Harley Quinn. Really, there's nobody around me. There's nothing to do other than to kind of get yourself set up and in a position to where hopefully you can try to defeat your opponent, knock him down, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go 1, 2, and then I think I'm going to go 1, 2, and we'll just keep both of them together at the moment. All right, so that would be both of their actions. If we want, we can put exhaust tokens on them to show that they've activated. We don't need to mess with that right now. All right, let's go to Batman and Batgirl, and at some point in time, I am sure that I will probably use each one of their special abilities, and I will explain how those work as we use them. If at any time at the end of the game, if I don't use them all, I will make sure I explain them at the end of the game. All right, so Batgirl, one thing that she does have is an innate ability, which says if Batgirl is standing, she may move 1 square at the start of her turn. So she's quick. She's nifty. So what we would do is we are going to activate Batgirl first. So I will move her 1 just for her free movement, and then I'm going to move her boom, boom as well. All right. Now, if I wanted to, I can move her again, and I do 1, 2, and I'm just going to leave her right there. Now she is finished with her turn, and we will go to Batman. And I am going to move Batman 1, 2, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, just like that. All right. Now, what happens is that because it's the end of the round, we are going to move this, and it's going to be the light side turn for the first to activate this round, and everything on the cooldown track is going to move down 1 space. All right, so that's how you get your tokens back once they actually come off of the cooldown track. If you've played the Star Wars Rebellion, this will be very intuitive because that's exactly how that game works as well. All right, so now we will activate Batman and Batgirl first. So why don't we activate Batgirl first? Let's think. I want to activate Batman too. I don't want to put Batman in a position where he's going to get ganged up by them too. That probably wasn't the smartest place to put him, but it is what it is. Let's see. So they ain't going to be able to catch him anyway. So I'm going to go 1, 2. And then 1, 2 with Batman, and just leave him right there. Now with Batgirl, it does say if she is standing, she may move 1 square at the start of a turn. Let's move her right to here, and then we will use 1 action to grab this crystal, and that is 1 point now for the good team. So what this thing does is it is going to go on the cooldown track on 4, and it will not come back out until it comes all the way off of the board. So you just can't keep grabbing crystals over and over. Now she's going to go 1, 2 as well, and that would be all of her actions. So now let's go with Harley and the Joker. By the way, that should have went up there as well, which it would have cooled down because I did the mystery box twice. I apologize. All right, so let's go with Harley first. Let's see. Do a basic challenge to each adjacent rival. Choose a standing rival. Harley can see. Roll 3 dice for each success. Pull that target 1 square. Well, she can't quite see Batman because he's hidden around the corner. Move an adjacent rival 1 square. All right, so remove 1 in a minute. Do a challenge 3, must be standing. When the Joker is knocked out, please. Okay, all right. So let's see. Because they're going to activate first in the next round. So let's get them in position to put the smackdown on Batman. And he should have thought about that. But, you know, he wasn't controlling himself. I was. So let's go 1, 2. And then we're going to go. Now she can see him. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a, oh, we can't do the Feign Distress because unfortunately we've already used both them tokens. See, that's why you got to be careful about using them tokens, because what I was going to do is I was going to choose a standing rival Harley can see, roll 3 dice for each success, pull the target 1 square. So I was going to pull him towards her and then use the Joker to come up to beat on him, but well, that's not going to happen now, is it? All right, so let's see. Let's go 1, 2, and then let's go 3, and then 4, and then with him we are going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like that. Okay, so now we are going to flip this over. They're going to have the initiative. Both these tokens are going to come off. This is going to slide down 1 spot, and we are now going to go into the next round. So both of these two are obviously about to lay the smackdown on Batman, but that's not necessarily the case, because when Batman is adjacent to 2 or more rivals, his defense increases by 1. So Batman becomes stronger based upon how many people he is fighting. I mean, if he is against somebody, I mean, let's be honest, it's Batman, you know? So let's see. So let's use the Joker, and we're going to use his Joy Buzzer. So it says challenge 3, the target must be standing. So Batman is standing. Challenge 3 simply means you get to roll 3 dice, okay? So we're going to roll 3 dice and try to hit Batman, okay? All right, so we got 2 successes. So what Batman does is he rolls a defense. Everybody's normal defense is 2, okay? So you roll 2 dice. But because it's Batman and he is adjacent to when Batman is adjacent to 2 or more rivals, his defense increases by 1. So that allows him now to roll 3 dice. So, and he did roll 2 shields. So he successfully was able to thwart the Joker's attack, but the Joker says, that's garbage, I'm going to do it again. So 3 more dice. That's 3 hits, and Batman is going to try to defend again. And unfortunately, this time the Joker was successful, so Batman has been knocked down. Now, not knocked out, so you don't get a point. So basically, we just lay him down like that to show that he has been knocked down. But now it is Harley Quinn's turn. So Harley Quinn can do any of her actions. So a whirlwind attack, do a basic challenge to each adjacent rival. Feign Distress, we already read that. And out of the way, that's no good either. But this is where she's going to shine. So the mallet. When this character does a basic challenge, count 1 shield as a success. This is cool. So we're going to do a basic attack. So a basic attack is just 2 dice. However, with her, a shield can count as a success. So let's go ahead and just roll 2 dice. And we do have 2 successes. Now Batman, even though he is laying down, he's just kind of like kicking his legs up like, you know, get away from me, like when you were kids and you were kicking your leg up at people. And he did get 2 successes. So that's fine because Harley can attack again. So she's going to roll 2 dice again. And she got 2 successes. And now Batman is going to roll again, kicking them little bat legs up. Ooh, okay. So he got an exclamation mark. So that basically counts as 3 shields. So he got lucky and he was able to keep them from actually knocking him out, which stinks because I was hoping to show that to you. But given the fact that I wasn't able to, it's fine. He is still going to have to use all his actions to be able to stand him back up. So it still does benefit them to knock him down. Just would have been nice if they'd have knocked him out and got him a point. So, all right. So now it does go to Batman and Batgirl. So what we're going to do is Batman is going to use Relentless. So Batman can do this while knocked down. Stand Batman up. So we are going to place this on the 1, because that's where it tells you where to put it. That's going to allow Batman to spend 1 action to now stand up like, I'm Batman! And now he is going to use his Batarang. So what we do with the Batarang is it says range 2, challenge 2, do a challenge 2 to a rival adjacent to the first one. So basically, we're going to be able to attack both of them. And what we do is we're just going to roll 2 dice for the Joker, then we're going to roll 2 dice for Harley Quinn, and that would be the Batarang, and then the Batarang will have to go onto the cooldown track onto 2. Okay, so first for the Joker, and that is 4 successes. Now the Joker has a basic defense of 2, nothing special, and he had 4 shields. Wow, this game is all about even Steven, but that's okay because it's going, and now it's going to try to hit Harley. And that is 4 more successes, and now Harley defends, and she only had 2 successes, which means she has now been knocked down. She's been knocked down, she'll get up again. So that was all of Batman's actions, because he used the Relentless, and then he used his Batarang. Now we'll activate her, and she is going to move 1 space, and then she is going to go 1, 2, and we're going to see if we can just knock Harley out. So to be able to do that, let's see. We don't need to do a flying tackle. Flip kick, challenge 2, move 1 up, gather until, we don't need that either. Okay, so we don't need any of that stuff. She's just going to do a basic attack. So she's going to roll 2 dice. And she has 1 success, and then Harley has nothing special, but it does say when Harley Quinn stands up, she may do a basic challenge, so that's something you got to keep in mind with her. So regardless, she did successfully defend with the 3 exclamation marks, so she did not get knocked out. Alright, so that would end this whole round here. So now they will be first player with Batman and Batgirl, and then we're going to bring that down, we're going to bring that down, pull both of these off. Alright, so we need to try to finish her off, is what we need to do. But we also needed to take out his little Batarang because it should have went on 2, so now it's on 1. And that will not come back into play until it does the cooldown. Alright, let's see. So I want to be able to attack both of them. Let's just do a POW, a challenge 3. So we'll activate Batman first. We're going to put that right there. And we are going to attack, let's go for the Joker. And let's try to knock him down now. So let's roll 3 dice. And we only got 1 success, which, that's not good. So the Joker will defend, and he got 1 defense. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Choose a rival. So let's just do a basic attack with Batman onto the Joker. And he got nothing, and the Joker was able to defend heartily. That was anticlimactic. Alright, so let's do Batgirl. She is going to move once for free, and she is now going to attack. You know what? Yeah, she gets to move once for free no matter what. So, but she's going to attack Harley and try to see if we can't just knock her out. So, okay, well, let's just do it. So let's roll these 2, and she got 1 success, and Harley got 6. All right, so let's do it again. There's 1 success, and boom, there we go. All right, finally, the first time somebody got knocked out. So she goes on the cooldown track, basically. She goes onto the 1, and it is going to give them 2 points. So we're going to put 2 more points over here. And that's why I wanted to do it, because that's worth an awful lot of points to be able to knock somebody out. I'm sorry. It's 1 point. I'm sorry. It's only 1 point. The flag is 2 points. My bad. All right, so now she is knocked out, and they've both used their actions. So the Joker is still standing, and let's see. When the Joker is knocked out, place a mystery box. Nope. Challenge 3. The target must be standing. Okay, so let's use the Joker's ability to try to attack, and let's go with Batgirl. He is going to attack her with the Joy Buzzer. It is 3 dice, and that is 3 hits. So she has 2 dice to roll for defense, and she is way more than successful. The Joker is going to try to do it again, and he has 3 successes, and then she has 1, so that did knock her down. So, like that. All right. Okay, so that would be it for both of them. So we are going to now flip this over. Harley is going to come back and be active again, and you can place her in any one of your areas. We'll just place her right here to where hopefully she can get back into the action kind of quick. All right, so Evil is first. Let's see. Let's go. We are going to go one movement here, and then we are going to attack Batgirl with the Joker. So, oh, both of these should have came off, and he is going to use his Joy Buzzer. Oh wait, actually they must be standing, so he can't use that. So he is just going to do a normal attack, and that is 2 successes. She's going to do a normal defense, and she had 4 successes. All right. All right. So Harley is going to move out to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. She is going to feign distress, and she is going to put this on the 2. She's going to roll 3 dice, and for every success, she's going to move Batman closer to her. So that's 2. So that's 1, 2. And it didn't work out too well. I was hoping to moving 3. All right. Okay. So now we will go over to Batman and Batgirl. Batman is going to activate first. He is going to do a he's going to do an assist, and he is going to help Batgirl up for his first action. All right. Now for his second action, he is going to do choose a rival within 3 squares of Batman that Batman can see, and place the Batman at... Why did I not move their stuff down? I got to slow down, bro. There we go. Let's place that back in there. Okay. All right. Choose a rival within 3 squares of Batman can see, and place Batman adjacent to them. Do a challenge 2. So we are going to take this token. We're going to place it on 3, and we are going to do the grappling swing. And we're going to try to smack down on Harley. So what we do is we do a challenge 2, which means we just roll 2 dice. All right, and that is 3 successes. So now she has to defend that. And she did not, so she has now been knocked down. All right, and that was one action, or that was both his actions, because he also did an assist to her. So now Batgirl can move 1 space for free, so she's going to move to here, and now she too is going to attack Batgirl, and that's Harley, and she defended. So let's attack again. That's 4. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. So she was able to obviously defend an awful lot. So let's flip this back over. Let's make sure we remember to do the cooldown track. So that's going to come back into the play. So we're going to place that there. And we're going to slide that down. We're going to slide that down. Okay. Make sure we do this in our steps properly. All right. So let's see. They need to try to knock her out if they can. Batman is going to go first, and he is going to do a POW with the challenge 3. So he's going to place that right there, and then he is going to try to take Harley out for good with 1 success. And she obviously defended. So let's just, no matter what I do, I will not roll what I need to roll. So we are going to do a grappling swing. Choose a rival within 3 squares of Batman can see, and place Batman adjacent to them. Do a challenge 2. So we are going to go whoosh. And we're going to now challenge the Joker. And that is 1 success. The Joker will defend. And that is no successes. So now the Joker's been knocked down. So that's good, at least, that both of them have been knocked down. Let's see. Let's try to knock them out, man. I mean, that's what I would really like to do. But at the same time, I almost feel like let's just start grabbing crystals or try to get into here, even though I know it's going to take damage because of these dumb things. You know what? The Joker entering a space. So it's a challenge 4 if somebody steps on it, which sucks. Place Joker in an empty square. The Joker can see within 2 squares. Do a challenge 4 entering a mystery box square. So I could try to start sending her around this direction, which is not a bad idea. So I'm going to move her there, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2, just like that. All right. And that would be all their actions. Then both of these two are just going to spend all their actions just trying to stand back up. Okay, so we're going to flip this back over to here. We're going to go to the cooldown track. Okay, so the Joker, let's see. He is going to do bang, so he's going to place that to there. And it says remove one or more mystery boxes from the map. Do a challenge 3 to rivals adjacent to the mystery boxes you removed. So he is going to remove this one. And then he is going to do a challenge 3. And he got all shields, which means that it's not going to affect her. So she is safe. So let's see. He is now going to do Joy Buzzer. And he's going to do a challenge 3 to Batman. So he's going to roll 3 dice. And that is 2 successes. Batman is going to only roll 2 dice because when a Batman is adjacent to 2 or more rivals, you increase his defense. And Batman has been knocked down. Okay. So let's activate Harley. Let's see what she's going to do. She is going to... She's just going to go to here, and then she is going to attack now for her second action. She's going to roll 2, and that is 4 hits. So now Batgirl needs to defend. And she only got 2, so she has been knocked down. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to go to Batman and Batgirl, and both of them are just going to have to spend all their actions just standing back up. But, yes, because Batman could not do that. So, and one thing I have to remember is when Harley stands back up, she does do a basic challenge. So, that's important to remember. Okay, so let's toss this back over to here. Let's get both of these there. This comes down, that slides down. Okay. All right, so now we are going to start. I want to go with Batgirl first. We're going to place her right there for her free movement, and now we're going to just attack. We're going to attack Harley Quinn. Okay. All right, so let's just do a basic attack with 2 dice. That is 1 hit. Harley will defend. 2 defense. She's going to attack again with 2 hits. Harley defends. That's it. Harley's knocked down. Okay. So now Batman. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1. No, hang on. Let's see. Let's use this POW. So let's do challenge 3. Actually, I should go up to there. Sorry. So we're going to try to POW him. So that's 4 total damage. Now the Joker. All right, Joker's down now as well. Okay. Man, kind of want to finish him off, but yeah, let's just try to finish him off. Let's see if we can't get him again. Okay, let's do it. Attacking the Joker again. Oh, 4 damage. And the Joker has been knocked out, which is another point for Team Bats. Okay, which means Batman and Batgirl are about to win this. So this is going to... Basically, she has to spend all her actions just standing up. Did I do that right? Let's hope I did. And when she does stand up, she does a basic challenge, which is 2 damage, or 2 hits. 1, so it did knock her down. Wow, that was actually a big deal. Okay, now we flip this over to there, because whenever Harley stands up, she may do a basic challenge. Yeah, we should have moved Batgirl back 1 space to get her away from her, but oh well, too late. Alright, so he is going to come back in. And we are going to move this down. We're going to move that down. And it is going to be their turn first. Man, that was so close to getting that flag, wasn't it? I should have set that up a little bit differently. So now that she is down, they're going to start kicking on her a little bit. So we'll start with Harley. So she's going to roll 2 dice. That is a total of 4 hits. Batgirl will defend, and that is not enough, so she has been knocked out. All right, and that will give them their first victory point. Okay, so that was 1 action for her. So let's see. She is now going to go 1, 2, and move over to here. Now, he is going to go, you know what? He is going to use his Joy Buzzer. I'm sorry, his mystery box. Going to place that there. He can move 1, and then we're going to place a mystery box right there on that space for 1 action. And then our second action, we are going to go... we'll just go 1, 2. Yeah, it's fine. Even though he's got his batarang, and I really didn't want to do that, to be honest. All right, so let's see. Batman is going to use that battering, I'm thinking, range 2. So he's going to go 1, 2. That's going to put them in range 2. Now he's going to attack with his battering. So he's going to roll 2 dice and attack the Joker first, which is 3. The Joker defends with 1, so bam. And now he's going to attack Harley with it, which is 4. And boom, got them both. Cause I'm the man. That's pretty awesome, man. That battering rocks. Way better than that mallet. Hopefully I'm playing with it right. Okay, so that would end this round. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this over to here. We're gonna slide everything down. And she comes back. This will come back. That'll slide down. All right, and it is Batman's turn first. Boy, oh boy, if he could have gotten Batgirl over here a little bit faster. Let's put him right there. Because, man, if he could attack both of these, that would be amazing. All right, well, we'll do a challenge 3 to see if we can't just knock the Joker out. So let's put our POW symbol right there. Let's roll 3 dice. Let's try to get him out and get another point. And that is 2 successes. And that is it. Joker's been knocked out, so put him over to there. That is another point for Team Bats. All right. Let's see. So he still has another. He's going to go 1 and 2 and move to that location right there. Now Batgirl has a free movement, so she's going to go 1, and then she's going to go 1, 2, and then she has 1, 2. And that's all of hers. Harley is going to use all her actions just to stand up. Now, let's flip this over to there. Let's go to the cooldown track. Batman, give me my battering. Get it in there, bro. Slide you right in there. Okay. And he comes back. All right. So. Right? I believe so. Okay. So right off the first action, Batman's going to take that one. We'll put the C up to here. That was 1 action. And now he's going to go 1, 2, and then she gets a free movement. Boom, grabs that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. So that's pretty much game. Never did get to the flag. Got close to the flag though, didn't we? But didn't quite make it there. It is extremely tough, and deservedly so, to be able to you know, capture someone's flag. I mean, a typical capture the flag game is never easy, you know. People always set up their most of their defense around there, and to be able to try to still be standing. Now, she came so close, but I had forgotten that when Harley stands up, she gets to do a basic attack. And then it was just a matter of if the dice rolled correctly. But otherwise, you know, that could have been a much quicker game. Now, this was pretty lopsided, but let's be honest. I mean, it's not like I was really putting a lot of strategic thought into what I was doing per play. The main thing I wanted to do is just kind of give you guys a basic rundown and understanding of how this game worked. And I hope that that did give you just that. You know, knocking characters down, trying to collect these little tokens here. And that's kind of like the gist of the game. You know, do you want to go for these tokens here, or do you want to attack the opponent? And, you know, if you can attack an opponent and knock them out, obviously, I mean, that, or at least knock them down, I mean, that's, you know, extremely beneficial, because then they have to spend so much of their time just trying to stand themselves back up. I love how thematic each one of the characters are. I mean, it really feels like that this is exactly what you would expect from them. Now, a few of the things I did not do is, so she does have a flying tackle. So you move up to 3 squares towards a rival. If Batgirl ends this move adjacent to them, challenge them. Rolling a number of dice equal to the squares move this action, which could be extremely powerful. Flip kick, challenge 2, move 1. So gather intel, move 1, then give up to 2 allies an intel status card. Decrease ability cost by 1. Discard this status when this character becomes exhausted. So you're like, what? What are you talking about up to 2 allies? Well, there are some other like basic generic characters that could be given to each one of the teams, and this comes all in the base set. Now we do have some expansion stuff. We'll talk about that in just a second, okay? But what this is like a police officer could be given to Batman and Batgirl, and if you notice, he basically does like move up to 2 squares. He can do a basic challenge. He can do an assist, an interact, and a rally. It's all the basic stuff, okay? But you can have him moving around the board as well. So, you know, you could possibly give him a token, but it would really relate to the expansion. And that's where, I haven't even opened it yet, to be honest, and played with them, but that's where you would get Batgirl and Catwoman and Robin. And you got to admit, they look absolutely fantastic. And then what you get in here is basically just another couple of characters, and you're going to get their cards. And if you notice, you are going to be able to expand upon what you've already got. So you'll be able to play with 3 characters instead of just 2 apiece, which is pretty darn cool. And it does come with some different scenarios as well. And it does like Catwoman's penthouse or asylum, and you know, it's pretty cool. So you can also mix and match, which means there are other universes that you can combine the game with. So we do have Rick and Morty here. All this stuff was given to me at Gen Con. This would not have been my choice because I don't know anything about Rick and Morty, to be honest with you. But you do have the 2 characters that are from that show that you could also expand, and you can put them in. They even have Golden Girls, which I don't know nothing about Golden Girls other than when I used to watch them as a kid. It is so weird to see the Golden Girls back in mainstream anymore, after, you know, seeing them, I guess, just as a kid growing up. I don't know. It's funny how that stuff cycles back in. But they also have Harry Potter. I think for me personally, Golden Girls, meh. Rick and Morty, meh. But this is a game that is really designed around the DC Batman, and also with the Harry Potter, because it just makes sense. The wizards fighting, or Gotham City, you know, smashing and banging up and stuff. So very thematic when it comes to that. Batman, we did pretty much all his stuff with like choose a rival within 3 squares of Batman, can see and place Batman adjacent to them, do a challenge 2, his POW, and then his relentless. The Joker did his mystery boxes, then he also blew up a mystery box, then he did his joy buzzer. Now one thing, oh, I forgot about this. If he is knocked out, you do place a mystery box square in his spot, so that he was only knocked out one time, and I don't think it would have affected the game at all, so I'm not worried about that. So Whirlwind, do a basic challenge to each adjacent rival, choose a standing rival Harley can see, roll 3 dice, for each success pull the target her way, move the adjacent rival 1 square, move Harley up to 2 squares. So basically she just out of my way, pushes him out. So you're thinking, well, do you just only do flags? No, actually you don't only do flags. In fact, there is another one. It's called Control. Now, it is still kind of the basic thing, don't get me wrong, but it does say when your character is in one of the control areas, the character may do the interact action to place a control marker with your side color face up on any square of that control area. You cannot place a control marker in a control area that already has one. When a character is on or adjacent to a control marker, the character may do the interact action to flip it over. So you're just basically flipping over the control thing. So here it says, if any control markers show your color at the end of the round, gain 1 point. Ignore this when playing with 2 characters per side. That's why we didn't play with this. If you have the most control markers showing your color at the end of the round, gain an extra point. If you knock out a rival, 1 point, and if you interact with a point marker, gain 1 point. So I didn't play with this one because I thought the flags was better, because I'm just wanting to play with 2 characters to try to give you a demo of the game, not to show you something beyond what I could possibly handle as just 1 player playing. So now I flipped over these cards, and let's take a second to flip over the board. I actually like this side of the board better than I'm about to show you. It's like the fun house for the Joker. And I thought it was extremely cool, and I really wanted to play on this side. I really did. But I know how to do the capture the flag a lot better, and I just wanted to stick with what I know a little bit better for the demo versus trying to get myself too confused. Which, I mean, this is a very somewhat basic skirmish game, so it shouldn't confuse you too much. But basically you can do territories, kind of the same deal for the most part, but you play with this side of the board with it. And then you have leaders, all kinds of different scenarios that you get to play. So 4 different scenarios. You get the expansion, which gives you a couple of more scenarios. You get double-sided boards. You get other stuff that comes in that one as well. So, I mean, there's an awful lot of stuff for you to play with here. But ultimately, what do I think of this game, though? So I think looking at it, everybody's going to think it's just a cute, I don't know. Okay, so let me be 100% honest with you. I thought that this was going to be one of those licensed cash grabs, you know what I mean? Where it's like Funko is like, oh, gee, okay, here we go. Funko's going to make a skirmish game, use their little Funko pieces, and try to get some quick cash on the board gaming industry. But when I sat down and I played it, I really saw the beauty of the game. It does have a lot of actions that you think you would be, I guess, there's a lot more to do than what you would probably think. If they didn't put enough thought into this, it would just simply be pow, I hit you, pow, you hit me back, pow, I hit you, pow, you hit me back. But you can tell that they put more thought into it than just that. Giving each one of the characters individual abilities, giving them little extra little accessories that their characters can hold, creating so many different two sides of the board and so many different scenarios that you can actually play with, gives it a lot more strategy and replayability than what you might just imagine would be in the box. Now, hardcore gamers, you're not going to open this up and be like, oh my god, this is like the best game ever, there's so much strategy, there's so much depth. But when you're taking something that already has these awesome, miniatures that just look absolutely fabulous, and you're able to draw in a new crowd of younger audience that's going to be attracted to these colors, these characters, and be able to start introducing them into a skirmish style game. This is almost like a phenomenal, probably one of the best entry-level skirmish games that's currently on the market. There's enough here to keep you interested, but yet at the same time, not too much to overwhelm you. So what do I ultimately think of it? I think it's phenomenal. I think they did a great job with this game. I think they've given us enough depth and enough meat, but not so much to where we're sitting around feeling bloated and heavy and tired after playing for too long. The game's going to go quick, but you have to make sure that you are maximizing your strategy and your characters so that you can try to pull out the victory. Yes, you're playing with dice. I get it. There's always going to be Lady Luck involved. But that's how a lot of skirmish games work anyways. And I don't see that this is anything different than any other game I play, such as Battle Lore or even Star Wars Rebellion. And these are games that I absolutely love. This is a fun game. I really do enjoy it. I don't think it's going to be for people that are outside of that don't understand skirmish, games, and probably even no matter what the license is, they may still not get into it because you have but the cooldown track is cool. Each one of the characters' abilities is cool. It's fun. I just think it's fun. So well done. I think this is one that I'm definitely going to give a thumbs up to. Check it out if you enjoy the themes, and if you do enjoy skirmishing, or if you want to introduce skirmish to somebody to try to get them into it. I think this is probably one of the better sets that you could possibly pick up. So, all right. So, hey, do me a favor. If you haven't done it quite yet, hit that like button for me. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. We have a lot of other content that's coming around the corner, and I would love to be able to share that with you. Thanks for watching as usual. Bye-bye.